The batteries you just bought from Costco are leaking acid into your electronics right now. While you're reading this, potassium hydroxide is eating through the contacts of your TV remote, your kids' toys, maybe even that expensive flashlight you keep in the garage. Thousands of Costco members are filing complaints, returning entire packs of corroded batteries, and finding out the hard way that saving a few bucks cost them hundreds in ruined devices. But leaky batteries are just the beginning. There are 5 items sitting in that massive warehouse right now that are quietly draining your wallet while you think you're getting a deal. Let's talk about the biggest one first. Costco's fresh produce section looks like a farmer's market on steroids. Mountains of berries, bags of avocados, enough spinach to feed a small army. And that's exactly the problem. See, Costco doesn't sell you 6 apples. They sell you a bag of 15. They don't give you a pint of blueberries. They give you 2 pounds of them. Sounds like a steal until you open your fridge 5 days later and find a science experiment growing where your strawberries used to be. Here is what Costco doesn't tell you. Their produce is prepackaged in bulk, which means the plastic wrapping traps moisture and reduces airflow. That's basically a mold incubator sitting in your crisper drawer. Hundreds of Costco members on Reddit have reported their produce going bad within 2 to 3 days of purchase. We are talking visible white mold on grapes, mushy berries, potatoes rotting well before the expiration date. One shopper said they have a no produce rule from Costco because they are lucky if it lasts 5 days. And the prices aren't even that great. A local grocery store, especially an Asian market, or a discount chain like Aldi, will sell you the exact amount you need at a competitive price per unit. At Costco, you're forced to buy 8 bell peppers when you only need 2. So you eat 2, forget about the rest, and 6 peppers end up in the trash. That's not saving money. That's paying Costco to fill your garbage can. Consumer analysts consistently point out that bulk produce savings evaporate the moment you throw away even a fraction of what you bought. And for smaller households, especially older Americans living alone or as a couple, the math is brutal. You're literally paying more per pepper you actually eat than you would at Kroger or Trader Joe's. The cruel part is how good it looks when you grab it. Those perfect strawberries, those bright green bags of salad mix. But beauty fades fast in the produce world, and Costco's bulk packaging accelerates the decay. It's like buying a dozen roses because they're cheaper per stem, then watching 11 of them wilt before you even find a vase. And here is what really stings. Americans waste roughly 30% of the food they buy from grocery stores. That's about 16 billion pounds of food going straight from store shelves to the trash every year. Costco's bulk model makes that problem worse, not better. When you factor in the water, land, and transportation costs behind that wasted produce, you're not just throwing away food, you're throwing away resources. Some shoppers have figured this out and started freezing their surplus produce the day they buy it. That works for some items, sure, but let's be real. Frozen mushy strawberries are not exactly what you had in mind when you loaded up that cart at the warehouse. Makes sense, right? But speaking of things that look good on the surface, let's talk about Costco's most beloved bakery item. Those giant Costco muffins are sitting on the bakery table right now, and every single person walking by thinks the same thing. What a deal! 12 muffins for about $9. That's less than $1 each for something that looks like it belongs in a bakery window. But here's what Costco hopes you never flip over and read. A single blueberry muffin packs around 600 calories. The chocolate ones can be up to 680 calories. That's more calories in saturated fat than a Big Mac. And the cinnamon chip variety has more sugar than a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola. Let that sink in. You're eating what you think is breakfast, and your body is processing what amounts to a full dessert. Nutritionists have called these muffins the caloric equivalent of a small meal, except without the protein, fiber, or any of the nutrients that would actually keep you full. Instead, you get bleached, enriched flour, processed oils like soybean and canola oil, high fructose corn syrup, and enough sugar to spike your insulin so hard you will be reaching for another muffin by 10 a.m. And here's the sneaky part. Costco lists the serving size as half a muffin. Half. When was the last time you ate half a muffin and called it quits? That's like eating half a cookie and putting the rest back in the package. Nobody does that. Costco knows nobody does that. By listing the serving as half, the nutrition label looks almost reasonable at first glance. It's clever marketing disguised as a bakery deal. For older Americans watching their blood sugar, managing cholesterol, or just trying to eat cleaner, these muffins are a landmine hiding in plain sight. One nutritionist described the effect perfectly. They will leave you feeling sluggish, spike your insulin response, give you brain fog, and then make you crave even more sugar. That is not breakfast. That is a trap with a crumb topping. And the shelf life issue is real too. Those muffins start going stale or moldy within days because they are made without preservatives. Costco bakery employees confirm they bake them fresh daily, which sounds great until you realize fresh without preservatives means you have a 3-day window before those muffins start turning. So you buy 12, eat 4, maybe 5 if you are ambitious, and toss the rest. Same waste problem as the produce, just wrapped in a different package. Sure, you can freeze them. Costco loyalists will tell you that all day long. But frozen muffins reheated in a microwave are about as exciting as reheated pizza. They are edible, but the magic is gone. And if you are going through the trouble of freezing, defrosting, and reheating muffins, you have basically turned a convenience food into a chore. At that point, you might as well bake your own at home with better ingredients and half the calories. Makes you wonder what else in that warehouse is disguised as a deal, right? Well, let's talk about the item that might actually be destroying things inside your home. Kirkland Signature batteries are one of the most popular items in every Costco warehouse. A 48-pack of AAA batteries for about $17. Sounds like the kind of bulk deal that makes the membership worth it. But here is what is waiting inside those batteries: potassium hydroxide. And it wants out. The complaints are everywhere. Costco's own website, Reddit forums, consumer review sites. Customers report that Kirkland batteries leak constantly, sometimes within months of being installed, sometimes while still sitting in the original packaging. We are not talking about a minor inconvenience here. Battery acid corrodes metal contacts, destroys circuit boards, and can permanently ruin whatever device it is sitting in. One customer reported that Kirkland batteries ruined their GPS, a rangefinder, and several flashlights. Another said they found corrosion in a flashlight after just 1 week. Here is the kicker. Kirkland batteries are manufactured by Duracell, same factories, different label, but they clearly are not the same quality. Think of it this way: Costco negotiates lower prices by cutting somewhere, and that somewhere appears to be quality control. You are getting Duracell's B-Team product wearing a Kirkland jersey, and your electronics are paying the price. The leaking problem has gotten so bad that Costco employees at the return desk reportedly keep replacement packs on hand because so many people bring back corroded batteries. One member returned about 80% of an unopened package because 10 to 20 of the unused batteries had already started leaking. The return desk staff told them it was a common issue. A 48-pack of Kirkland AAA batteries saves you maybe $4 compared to Energizer. But when those batteries leak acid into a $50 flashlight or a $100 piece of electronics, your savings just went negative. Fast. It is like getting a discount on gas that ruins your engine. The math does not work no matter how you spin it. For folks who want reliable batteries, Energizer lithium or rechargeable Eneloop batteries cost more upfront but will not leave you scraping white crust out of your devices at midnight. But batteries are not the only item where Costco's bulk savings are actually an illusion. Name brand soda at Costco is one of those products that seems like an obvious win. You see a 35-pack of Coca-Cola and think bulk warehouse, bulk savings, no-brainer. Except it is a no-brainer, because you are actually paying more per can than you would almost anywhere else. Here is the deal. Grocery stores use soda as what the industry calls a loss leader. That means they intentionally sell Coke, Pepsi, and Sprite at a loss to get you through the door. Target regularly offers deals that drop the per-can price below what Costco charges. Walmart consistently undercuts Costco on soda. And if you shop at Publix, their buy one, get one promotions basically cut your soda bill in half. A 30-pack of Coca-Cola mini cans at Costco runs about 70 cents per can. The same cans at Walmart clock in at about 60 cents each. That is a 15% markup at the store that is supposed to save you money. Costco members have been complaining about this for years. Thread after thread on Reddit points out that soda prices at the warehouse keep creeping up while competitors keep running promotions. Multiple longtime members have noted that Costco was never particularly competitive on soda to begin with, and it has only gotten worse. And here is what makes it really sting. You are paying a $65 annual membership fee for the privilege of buying soda at a higher price than the Target down the street. That is not wholesale savings. That is a convenience tax dressed up in a bulk package. The only people who benefit from buying soda at Costco are people who never check prices anywhere else. And hey, that might have been all of us at some point. No judgment. But now you know. Speaking of things that sound like smart shopping but actually are not, our last item might be the most surprising of all. Costco's bulk spice section looks like a chef's dream. Giant containers of garlic powder, cinnamon, cumin, chili seasoning, all at prices that make your local grocery store look like a robbery. But here's the thing about spices that nobody in that warehouse is going to tell you: they have a shelf life, and it is shorter than you think. Ground spices lose their potency after about 6 months. After that, you are essentially shaking flavorless dust onto your food. Costco is not selling you a normal-sized jar of garlic powder. They are selling you a container the size of a small fire extinguisher. Unless you are running a restaurant or cooking for a football team every weekend, there is no chance you are getting through that much cumin before it turns into expensive sawdust. Consumer analysts have been flagging this for years. One expert from Deal News put it bluntly: for a giant container of chili seasoning, if you are not making chili every single weekend, you probably do not want something that big from Costco. The per ounce price looks incredible on that massive tub of cinnamon, but when you throw away 2/3 of it because it has lost all its flavor, your actual cost per usable ounce is higher than what you would pay at a regular grocery store. This is the bulk buying trap in its purest form. Costco banks on the psychology of bigger equals better value. For shelf-stable items like rice, canned goods, or toilet paper, that is absolutely true. But for products that degrade over time, like spices, you are paying for waste. It is like buying a 100-pack of light bulbs because they are cheaper per bulb. Except these light bulbs start dimming after 6 months, whether you use them or not. The smart move is buying smaller quantities of spices more frequently from your regular grocery store or from a dedicated spice shop. You will actually taste the cumin in your taco seasoning instead of wondering why your food tastes like cardboard. Fresh spices at $2 beat dead spices at $5 every single time. And for older Americans who have been cooking the same recipes for decades, this matters more than you think. The reason Grandma's chili does not taste like it used to might not be the recipe. It might be that 3-year-old container of chili powder sitting in the back of your cabinet that you bought at Costco because it seemed like such a great deal. Now, let us be clear about something. Costco is still one of the best retailers in America. Their rotisserie chicken, Kirkland olive oil, gas prices, even those legendary hot dogs. There is a reason 133 million people pay for that membership. But blind loyalty to any store is how you end up overpaying, overbuying, and throwing money in the trash. The 5 items we just covered, fresh produce, bakery muffins, Kirkland batteries, name brand soda, and bulk spices all share the same problem. They exploit the assumption that everything in a warehouse store is a deal. It is not. Some of it is the best value you will ever find, and some of it is quietly costing you more than shopping at the store 5 minutes from your house. The smart Costco shoppers know the difference. Now, so do you.